niggas do. I'ma keep it player, Detroit player. I'ma keep it player, Detroit player. I'ma keep it player like them niggas do. I'ma keep it player like them niggas do. I'ma keep it player, Detroit player. I'ma keep it player, Detroit player.
What's good, y'all? Let me tell y'all what got me focused right back on my path. It all started on vacation. Let me break it down for y'all. Alright, people, now this is the craziest line I ever experienced just to get on a cruise. I understand the security and everybody have to be safe, but this line went through escalators, this line went through corridors, this line went through glass tunnels. One good thing about this line is you get to interact with the people next to you. And there was a shorty that was on a cruise with her family, like a family reunion type joint. And she ended up asking me for my number and all that. And I'm like, damn, son, I done got one in a barrel before I even get on the cruise. This is looking like a great vacation already. I walked in this shit and this shit looking kind of like the Titanic with the glittery stairs. I mean, it's really beautiful in here, and the tickets wasn't that expensive, but this place kind of looked really expensive. You feel me? And I thought to myself, man, I made a good decision. Cause wait, hold on. Just look at this. Sometimes I think some of these were designed just for Instagram photos and shit like that. But yeah, this is me before I even enter my room. Like I said, the line was OD long, so I just sat down. I started looking at my itinerary, programming my Wi-Fi on my phone and all that, and getting me a drink, you heard? But Angry Orchard was something like, I really don't drink beer like that, but it's either Angry Orchard or something like Corona or something like that. But if I'm in the DR, then it's that Presidente. And it's kind of customary to get on the boat's deck when it's leaving. And they said that going under the Verrazano Bridge is gonna be a special occasion, and it looked kind of dope, you know. People screaming and shit like that, and shout to Staten Island. And I'm just looking at the architecture. Like, this is a beautiful bridge. But at first I was kind of iffy. Like, did I make a good decision? Cause I booked this one night. I was drunk. I was like, you know what? I never been on a cruise. I don't want to wait for nobody. Let me just book this 6 months ahead. And when I booked it, I'm like, damn, this shit next week type shit. And most people book cruises when they with somebody, like a significant other. But I had to do my dolo mission. Yeah, and there's a lot of people on the boat. I mean, like, it's a lot of rooms. Like, it's like a moving city. And by the time I knew how to navigate, I knew where to be. And it's usually inside, sipping on one of these drinks. Cause in the middle of the ocean, it's kind of hot outside. But once you get used to it, and you're not looking at the map all the time, and you know exactly where on the ship you at, that's when the fun begin, because you could just start lollygagging. This is my hallway. These are the stairs. You know, sometimes you gotta sneak off in the middle of the night and just do your thing. Look at me looking like a little thot. But a lot of technology is on the boat. These things are supposed to move when you touch it, but I guess it wasn't really calculating. I don't know. And once again, this is like a beautiful ship. And I came here alone, and it was like a group of people who came here alone. So they call us solo travelers. So we all met each other, and we all like hung out for a little bit. And I met a dude on there. He was like my wingman. We used to go to the bar and try to pick up ladies and all that. Know what I mean? It was a dope experience. And this is somewhere in the Bahamas. Like, you see how tall this boat is? It's crazy. It's like I said, it's like a floating. It's like a floating city. It's like a floating skyscraper too, nigga. You feel me? So this is a man-made island, and it was just beautiful. So look at this clear water. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see water like that in Brooklyn, unless, I don't know, you put some food coloring in some water or something. You feel me? But let me get out of here and take this adventure. Just looking at the ship again, because when you in this ship and you look at the ocean, like, you don't realize how big the ship is. But once you get off and look at, it's a whole different story. So yeah. But overall, I did have a good time, and I think it was needed, because sometimes you just gotta relax, you gotta decompress, you gotta make sure your toes touch the sand, you gotta make sure your toes touch the sunlight. I'm from New York, and I always wear sneakers, I always wear Timberlands, and my toes don't even touch the sunlight in like years at a time. So just seeing what life has to offer, what the world has to offer, the most beautiful scenes that I ever seen. And you seen the color of the water, like these are the things you see on postcards, these are the things you see in movies and things like that. So experiencing this was a good adventure, but it also made me think there was more to life also. I started feeling guilty a little bit, because this trip did cost a pretty penny. However, I knew that I could have been invested in studio time to make some music. I could be invested in music videos. I could be trying to get networking. And I just felt it when I was on vacation. I was like, damn, son, what am I vacationing for if I'm not even my life journey? I'm not even pursuing my purpose. Like, vacation makes me happy, but I wasn't excited for none of this, honestly. I was just going through the motions, and I was like, yo, when was the last time I felt excitement? And the last time I felt excitement for real is when I was doing music. So that's when I realized that I'm doing okay money-wise, but what I really want to do is music. And being on vacation like this made me realize that it just made me feel like I was wasting money, I was wasting time, and I could experience the most beautiful things in the world, but if I'm not doing what I want to do, I don't think it's gonna be 100% fulfillment. And that's why I said that this vacation changed my life, because after this vacation, it's like it's like a battery in my back. And the studio is the first stop when I get home. Now, believe it or not, that's the vacation that changed everything. Cause I realized me being around paradise doesn't feel as good as me making music. It doesn't feel as good as me pursuing my dreams. So that's the vacation that changed everything. Now I'm back in the booth, back doing new music, back doing a lot of shit, you feel me? So just know that there's gonna be a lot of dance coming soon. Stay tuned, you heard? Back in the studio, you heard?